Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. It's Tracy here, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and hopefully you'll be informed when new videos pop up. So this is an update to my previous video of squashed yarn vacuum sealed and whether it comes out okay if you keep it in there long term. Now, I know I've had yarn where I've ordered it from somebody and it's arrived like this, but it's probably only been squished like this for the shipping, and that's fine. It puffs up quite nicely. But when I moved here, I really did have a lack of space, and so I did buy a vacuum sealer. I was going to call it a squisher then, a vacuum sealer, and I did kind of put quite a bit in this kind of storage, and we didn't know, some of my subscribers and I were talking on live streams, etc. We didn't know how it would fare if it was stuck in there for any length of time. So as an experiment, I've got it out, and I made a video because it does have a bit of a permanently squashed look. We'll get this one open and we'll have a look at this. The yarn that I got out before was not this one. This is a chunky yarn, a bulky 5. But when it comes out, as you can see, it's kind of flattened like a biscuit. And it's already started to puff up, but it really doesn't kind of have that same bounce as it always has had. And I don't know if any of you have ever tried to, when you block something, if you've ever tried to iron it, that's kind of the vibe it's giving. Obviously it's not burnt, which sometimes happens and fibres melt if you're ironing, but it does feel like this has been blocked, if you kind of know what I mean. It's very easy to just revert back to this flattened, squished state, even if you kind of puff it up. So the fibres then, are they forever harmed by it? So first of all, I made a swatch, and this was the yarn that I had previously shrunk, and I have to say I can't really tell a massive difference between the yarn here and yarn that I haven't actually squashed. So one of these is from squashed yarn and one of them isn't. But you know what? I can't tell which is which. They're all the same, and I've washed this one, and as you can see, it's fine. This was actually it's a phone case, and it was for a smaller phone. So that's why it is smaller. It's not shrunk or anything. It was made smaller because one of my phones is really big and one is small. And I'd gone away and I'd forgotten to take anything to put my phone in. And I was going to put it in a bag and I didn't want it to scratch. So on the way there, I thought I would use my squished yarn to see if it worked up okay. And I have to say, it worked up fine. You wouldn't necessarily know. Now, I didn't leave any... I sewed them in because obviously I used them, but on some of these you can see that there are fibres where I haven't sewn it in, and to be honest with you, I feel like it does seem a tad thinner, that's all. But when it works up, it still works up. This is a DK yarn and it still works up like a DK yarn, and it's fine. Now this is a phone case tutorial that I had on my channel anyway. I haven't sewn the ends in, or that one has been sewn or worked in. Just need to snip that off and sew that one in. Now this one I decided to make it in a different way. I decided to make it in a different kind of ribbon, and so it's chunkier, but likewise, see, the yarn doesn't seem to have suffered from being squashed up long term. Now this one, however, with it being thicker, it's got a much thicker fibre. But I don't feel like, apart from the fact that it does look flattened, it's still chunky, isn't it? It's not like it's much thinner than it would be, and it's quite round there, but I just feel like some of these fibres have become flattened. It has only just come out, so whether it will plump up or not, I don't know. But I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make something with these two skeins, because that one looks dreadful, doesn't it? I'm going to make something with these two skeins, a hat or something, and I will come back and show you what it looks like. It's still lovely and soft. This is always a kind of a firmer texture, this yarn and this one. They were always kind of a firmer texture in any case, and they have crocheted up firmly, as you can see. It's I don't feel like there's anything major wrong with it, and you can't actually tell them apart from the one that's been washed and the one that hasn't been washed. They look the same. It's not done anything to the fibres, and it's not puffed up more. So I think on the whole, yes, you can squash the yarn if you have to do it long term, but possibly the proof of the pudding will be on different weights. So these were all DK weight. Now this is one that I made. It's different yarn again, but it feels the same. And as you can see, it's kind of worked up no differently. This one is a King Cole, and it's the glitz, King Cole, not baby glitz. It might be, I don't know if it's glitz or not. I think it's just glitz. And it's, you can't really tell any difference between the two. So on the whole, I feel that it hasn't fared too badly in the DK, but I am going to give it a try with this chunky, because like I said, you know, in places the actual fibre itself looks flattened. So I'm going to make something and come back, and we'll have another update, because I feel like it will be different for different fibres. Although they're acrylic, they're both acrylic. When I say different fibres, I mean different weights. With this being a bulky 5, there's more area to squash, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to give it a try with that and see how that one fares. I really like this yarn, so I'm hoping that it fares okay, because I do have quite a bit of it. And then what I do is I'll make up something, perhaps do something else and wash it, and we'll see if it makes any difference with this kind of thicker, and it's more less variegated, if you know what I mean, whereas these has quite a rapid colour change, and it is more difficult to see fibres in any case. So I'm going to sneeze, guys. I do need to pull. Whoa, that was a good job I did. That was a humdinger. See this one, when I shrunk this, it's gone into sort of quite a squishy shape, and there's 3 in there. That's probably why it was a little bit more. But yeah, I don't know. I will definitely give this one a try, because I'm a bit more concerned about this. The other fibre didn't seem to flatten. You can see it's rounded. That's been out longer. Perhaps that's got something to do with it. But I will try it. Make something up. Make something and wash it. And we'll come back and have a look and see how the chunky... Oh, actually, this is super chunky. So it's a bulky 6. So we'll see how super chunky has fared. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.